35192 to send a text if you want to watch the show. God knows why you would, but it's there for you. You want to gaze upon our glorious faces and see the words coming out. You can find the Alan Cox Show YouTube channel. Alan, while you were gone in the sum of shows, Mary referred to her labia as her flaps and folds, and you did your dry heave thing. I'll miss interactions like that.
Aw.
I know, right?
Some new flaps and folds.
You want me to call in about my flaps and folds every now and then?
Oh, boy, I'll tell you what.
I bet you do.
Those flaps and folds.
I bet you do.
No, we don't like dirty comedy like that.
You little freak.
Yeah. God, there was something I was thinking of from the weekend.
From what,
Oh,
Alan?
I finally got my horn fixed.
Oh.
Cost me $800 to get my horn fixed. Jesus. I mean, I figured it'd be a little bit, but wow. I'm in the wrong line of work at labor. Holy shnikes. We drove Gwen's car to Jersey, and so I said, hey, I'm going to drop it off Thursday morning. I'm like, take your time. I'm not going to be back until Sunday night. So you don't have to rush anything. Need the horn fixed. Woofa. It's like, good night, nurse. Because I was going to do it myself, but you got it. I was.
You don't know anything about cars.
Yeah, of course I do. I fix a lot of things on my car. But I was like, because I was going to put some new headlamps in, and I'm like, you know what? I'll take a look at the horn. The fuses were fine. The wiring was okay. But I had hit that raccoon a while ago at 4:30 in the morning and really, clumped over this thing, and it knocked my horn out. And so I was going to do it myself. But you got to take the fender panel off. And I'm like, it's not the taking off, it's the putting back. And so I was like, I'm going to be out of town for 4 days coming up. I'll just drop it off and they can do it. And we were still on the road when
Did you get a custom horn now?
Huh?
Is it like a custom horn now?
No, I didn't get I should have.
Did you get the Cody horn?
No, for $800, I should have gotten a custom horn. No, I didn't get that.
Captain Fun?
No, nothing like that. This is what it sounds like now. I don't think that's custom, though, is it? No, I'm kidding. This is what it sounds like. You think that people will get out of my way when I'm in traffic? I mean, again, the only time I'm like, hey, why would I need my horn in New Jersey, right? It'll be fine. Because I was like driving my car and we go somewhere. I was like, nah, I'll drop it off, get the horn fixed. How about that one?
That would have been a fun one.
That guy cut me off. Well, that's what it sounds like now. Okay. Well, not all the Mary stuff is good. Not all the Mary stuff is good.
Bring it in.
Alan, now that Mary's leaving, can you please admit that you can't stand her ass? Or that at least that she annoys the living hell out of you with all her whining and bitching and her know-it-allisms? We can all tell you do not like her. You won't admit it because you're a bitch, but take it easy.
What point is, first of all, I love Mary.
Oh, I love you too.
What point is he trying to make? That's the Mary hater. He's right. You're living rent-free in that guy's head.
Yeah.
He's going to miss you. More than these other people who like you, he's going to miss you.
I think he's
How
trying
am
to
I
make
going?
the point.
But if I'm a bitch and I can't, then how would I? He needs to make up his mind.
Yeah, he gave you kind of an impossible scenario.
First of all, why would I ever have anyone on my show that I don't like? Why would I ever do that? I have to work with somebody every day. Pound Cake left because he needed to get paid and get benefits. And that wasn't going to happen. And now Mary's leaving because she's going to stay laser focused on the stand-up stuff, which I understand. But why would I ever have somebody on my show who I didn't like? It doesn't make sense.
I don't know what people think is happening, or if they don't think that if you hated me that much, you would just fire me.
Yeah, I'd go, this isn't working out.
Hey, I don't like talking to you.
Right.
And that's our
Well, there's
job.
like that guy and these other snowflakes who are always leaving these messages because they can't handle your opinion on things or my opinion. I mean, they're still listening every day, so go figure. But still, it's like, I would never. Why would I want to work every day? You know, we're not in an office here. We're not, doing TPS reports.
Don't forget your cover sheet.
Every single day.
Did you get the
for
memo?
4 hours a day, I have to interact with somebody. There's no way. It's whoever replaces Mary, it's going to have to be somebody I genuinely like. It's going to have to be somebody
Bloom Daddy.
that I get along with. I think he already has a gig. And last thing I need, and I'll say this because that's what I've been saying to people who message me. Last thing I need is another dude on this show, okay? We got that covered. It ain't going to be a guy.
I have some suggestions.
People have gotten themselves used to hearing, you do train your audience. That's why people are so bummed out when somebody leaves, Change is tough.
How about Anna Kendrick? Think she would do it?
There you go.
I think that she's got a good gig going, though.
All right, how about
she's a director
what
now?
about the library girl? We bring her back.
Kendra
Sunderland. Yeah, bring her back.
She's got a gig,
a lot
too.
to say, man.
He'll
be great.
From what I can ascertain, her mouth is always full. So I don't think she'd be able to talk for 4 hours a day. Yeah.
That was more pound cake.
My mouth's never full, dude. I don't even live in the same state.
No, but you eat during the breaks, but pound cake.
Oh, you meant with food.
That's not what I meant. I wasn't talking about. Kendra Sunderland's not doing mukbang videos.
Right.
She's doing bang videos.
I'm just saying the mouths can be full with more than one thing.
Full of poop.
Again, Kendra Sunderland proves that. And God bless her, too, right? For a girl years ago when we had her on, I'll never do porn. This is as far as it's going to go. Boy, not only does she do porn, she does porn.
Good for her.
Yeah, God bless her.
Well,
she
Alan,
needs to take an acting class or something because the best girls, I know people have kind of gotten away from thinking that there's an art to porn. But even if you're going to go gonzo, you got to pretend you're having a good time.
now is your opportunity to tell both me and our audience everything you hate about me. And
I don't
how
hate.
happy you're
I
gonna
don't
be
hate
that
anybody.
Well,
I don't
that's what
hate
the
anybody.
caller said.
Anybody that I don't like,
it's obvious.
I write them off.
Everybody can hear it. Everybody, it's all out there.
Right.
Alan. Everybody knows.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, or pissed a bunch of people off.
No,
over
I
the
would
week.
not continue to work with someone that I didn't like. And I'm not talking about differences of opinion or differences in style.
Talk about it.
That's all part of the whole
person.
thing. Talking about somebody, yes. So, but again, that guy, he's just...
He doesn't like me.
Right. He's getting riled up and he doesn't like you and he's very happy you're leaving and blah, blah, blah.
That's okay. Lots of
That's
people
his
are.
thing. Yeah.
I went down the Reddit rabbit hole last week.
Why do you do this?
I did it because I was weak. And I felt like, okay, Alan accidentally announced that I'm leaving. Let me see what these idiots have to say. And they got mad at me, boy, because I mentioned them on my Instagram story and in a video.
Wait, the people in Reddit got mad that you mentioned them?
Yeah.
But people don't know who they are.
Right. Well, I think they are. They felt maybe betrayed that I put out there all the hate that they spew. I'm very fat and unattractive and unfunny, and I'm a dumb C word.
Right,
and
but
I'm a
also,
hillbilly.
you're like, once in a while, I will get constructive criticism from somebody.
Yes.
And I'll read it or I'll listen to it and I'll go, okay, do they have a point? And sometimes they do. Now, that's one person, and I'm never going to change the show for one person. But if they give you something to think about, that can be valuable. But that's not, she's a fat bitch.
Yeah.
That's not anything.
A fat, ugly hillbilly bitch. Get it right, Ellen.
The rest is implied.
Oh,
boy.
boy. So that you're a real country mouse, city mouse type situation going
you
on
know
now.
how I'm a fish out of water. if you
That's
will.
right,
A whale
yeah.
out of water.
You guys are never going to believe what's going on here.
Yeah.
Man,
No, I was feeling
they
some
got
type of way.
trains and cars.
I was feeling weird about it last week, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna see what they're saying on there, and boy, was it bad.
Don't do that.
And then I was like,
But
they
they,
don't- they
they
don't
said good
like-
things about the rest of us, right? Oh, wait, no.
These are
they
listeners.
always say good things about Alan.
These are listeners who somehow hate all of us.
They don't hate you. They hate
Yeah,
mostly
they
me.
do. You're reading on the wrong subreddit then. There's plenty of people that don't like me.
So, do you want to know the development?
Are they
Your
like,
little
There's
work-
a development?
I did a little work inside.
I don't know what you mean, but what are we
Listen,
talking
let me tell
about?
you. Let me tell you.
Oh.
fake account.
Here's the conclusion I've come to.
Oh, are you engaging in subterfuge?
What do you mean?
Are you?
I don't know what that word means.
You're a spy on the inside there.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Maybe I can be. At this point, screw it. I might as well start responding. But here's the conclusion I came to. So my father never appreciated what I did. He never believed in me. He never supported me, right? In comedy. And then he died. So I swear on my life, I think I thrive on negativity because it's all I got from my dad for so long. Was like, I don't believe in it. I need someone to prove wrong.
was your post today, by the way? Your dad?
No.
Oh.
My dad's birthday is today.
Yeah, today. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, my dad's would have been 63 today.
Yeah.
But so I've been thinking a lot about him today, and I've been thinking about it, and I was like, I had a very weird moment because someone in my life is having, their father has health issues right now, and I was thinking about that over the weekend, and then I'm thinking about my dad today, and I was mad at my dad for a really long time, and I have been, and then today I'm starting to think about him in like this good light, and I'm like, oh my God, I think I might be ready to forgive my dad, and then I started thinking about all the negativity he would spew my way, and why I was so mad at him, and how he never supported me, and I'm like, I think that's why I'm so drawn to these people on Reddit, is because I don't have a voice telling me every single day that I'm not going to make it, and that I'm stupid, and that it's not worth it, and I need to get a real job. How messed up is that?
Yeah, but you knew
though?
your dad. These are strangers.
But it's not necessarily the fact that
She
it's
just
who
needs an
it's coming
adversary.
from. I feel like I might just need someone to prove wrong.
And that's not already you?
No, because I believe I can do it.
Ah.
I've never, please, have you met me? I've never doubted myself for a day.
No, that's
I am
great. I'm just
probably
saying
the
it's
most
like
confident-
I'm the opposite. So,
No,
yeah.
I've always been very, very confident in stand-up comedy. From the first time I did it, I felt like, no, this is it. So I do think that, because I've been thinking about it a lot over the past probably 4 or 5 days, and I'm like, man, I think that's what it is. I think my dad left this disapproving hole in my life that I now have to fill with internet men.
That's kind of everybody in showbiz has got that, right? I mean, we're desperate for approval and attention.
I don't know if it's desperate for approval so much as desperate for I told you so. We know I love and I told you so. It's like my favorite thing.
Oh, I see.
So I don't need people to like me. I need you to hate me so you can be wrong.
There's a can of worms.
Yeah, but
This is what I'm saying.
that's,
I think that's
Right,
where
but
it
they're
comes
never.
But there's nothing
but
that
they're
you can
never
do
gonna,
to
they're,
get that
They're
over.
never going to come to a. Oh, she was right.
I don't know about that.
Never. They're
I
never
don't
going
know.
to.
There's got to be a level of success that I hit.
That guy. No.
You don't think so?
Think of the biggest success. Just think of anybody who's got huge success. Tons of people think they suck.
Sure.
So
And,
it's
then-
like
and their success
something that's
and their
undeniable.
success doesn't. No, I mean, there's people like Seinfeld or Carlin. There's
Brian
always
Regan.
some. Yeah,
You know,
Brian Regan. Yeah,
yeah.
Someone's he sucks.
Gaffigan.
Not funny
Yeah.
at all. Can't believe they call him a comedian.
that guy texted last
Well-
week. Brian Regan sucks.
That is that's what I came. That's the conclusion I came to today.
Then that's your engine.
Thinking about my dad, and he, today's his birthday.
Well,
and
if
I
that's
was
what you're
like,
looking
I think
for,
that's what it is.
Reddit will never run out of vitriol.
I'm telling you, that's the only conclusion I
It
can
is a
come to.
renewable resource over there. So
I know
you're
it
never going to, you can flip to it every day and you can be renewed and refreshed with hatred and vitriol.
So you don't
So-
do anything just because you want to do it for yourself. You want to do it to prove somebody
people
else
wrong.
wrong.
Most
but
of
again,
the
you
things I
realize
do are
you'll
out of spite.
you would have been able to prove your dad wrong. And your dad was coming from the perspective of somebody who,
loved me.
well,
and just wanted me to do better in life.
than him.
Yeah,
He
that's
didn't
what
want
I'm
you to
saying.
be he didn't want you to be him.
Yeah,
And he was like, "Oh my God, you get into showbiz. This is never going to work out."
right.
But the strangers online, who cares? These are people working. There's no good way to say it. Like regular square jobs.
Yeah.
A lot of people who hate their life or their wife or their husband and they're just working some job. Like they have no clue. They've never done anything creative. They don't know what it requires. They don't know. So they go,
What if you found out it was all the top comedians
All the people who recommended
It's
me
Amy
for things.
Schumer. It's Mark Norman. It's Sam.
Dave
They all set up
Attell,
screen names.
Yeah.
Bill Burr.
Yeah.
And they're all fans of this show.
Who's this guy,
Me.
Ryan Bregan? He hates my guts.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Well,
that's
I
the-
would, boy, I
That's
mean,
the conclusion I came to today, that I am not obsessed, but I fixate on negativity because it's what has fueled me in the past from my dad.
you're driven by other people's dismissal of you.
Now, do you
Yes.
want to
Yeah.
keep doing that, or do you want to?
Listen, I just came to this conclusion like 3 hours ago.
Okay, yeah, that's
so
fair enough.
I think
Fair
it's
enough.
probably much healthier. The fact that I've realized it
Is a
to
good
be like,
step. Yeah.
hey man, maybe we just try to do good things to be successful
Right.
and not have to tell anybody you were wrong, you idiot.
Because and especially when it comes to something like that, where it's one thing to your dad before he passed away saw the success. He saw it happening.
This
Yeah.
show was what made my dad start to turn a corner.
Yeah.
Was me getting on the
So-
radio and him being able to like hear me every day.
So you got
and
that. Even though Alan hates you, he put
He
you
does.
on this show.
I know.
It's obvious to that guy
yeah.
and everyone
To everyone,
else.
every
Thanks for
listener.
blowing up my spot, bro.
But to do the, like Alan was saying, there's nothing that you can do. No level of success. Even if you make it, they'll always find some reason. They'll say, "Oh, we hate her no matter what." There's not anything that you're going to do that makes them go, "Well, we're happy for you."
Well,
Or
here's
we-
more.
or
Here's more what
or
it
you
is.
did it.
I don't think it's so much. I don't need you to like me. I need you to be wrong. Because there's got to be a point of success where you say, I still hate you as a human, but you proved me wrong. I never thought you were going to be anything, and now you have X, Y, and Z.
But do you not think you are? But you are something.
No, I get that.
So,
But
What-
there's more to get.
but to do it for them,
It's not doing it for them. It's doing it for me at them.
I think you should set up a
I'm succeeding at people.
tell me I suck line and charge people $2 a minute. Just
To
go
tell me how bad I suck?
Yeah, old
Yeah.
school, but you're making money off them.
I could do that.
Well, this is the perfect time. I didn't want to blow it up right now, but since I
Uh-oh.
accidentally mentioned Mary was leaving, I'll tell you that her replacement is already lined up.
Uh-oh.
I initially said I didn't need another comedian on the show, but Adrian Iapolucci will be joining the show.
You guys did have such a good rapport.
She's a huge fan of mine, and I of her. I'm still a fan of hers. She doesn't like me at all, but I still like her a lot. And no, I'm kidding. Well, listen, everybody's got their engine, right?
Yeah.
And if that's yours, I don't know how long you can do that, though, because at some point you're going to want to see a shift. And under those conditions, you never will.
Right.
It'll never be good enough. There'll always be something
Yeah.
that somebody will go, I've been doing this 30 years. And still, you're like, you know.
it
what are
also
you gonna
gets
do?
tiring too. I feel like the trying to, I don't because then I don't feel like you get to enjoy your process
Successes.
as much. Your
Yeah.
successes.
No, I
and
get
your,
that.
And your because one of the things that I love about what we do is that every day is different, and we get to there's the process of being funny on the radio or talking about what we talk about on the radio or doing stand up is the thing that I enjoy the most.
Yeah.
Like I love that. Like writing a bit and then reworking it and making it into like a chunk of material is so satisfying. So whatever monetary success comes as a part of that is great, but the fact that I get to go and do that on a regular basis and get to do radio, it's like you can't tell me I'm not a success because I feel it every day when I'm talking to you guys.
I mean, I get that.
And not only that, it just depends on what you want.
Yeah. Mine is just more.
And my main goal is to get Alan to hate me.
Oh, let
like
me give
he
you some
hates
pointers,
Mary.
brother. Let me give you some pointers.
I got some farts coming that might do the job.
No, yeah, I would say
Everybody can tell that you hate Bill. Why don't you just admit it, you bitch?
Or you can't.
What do you can't? You're a bitch.
Oh no, but then I get the. Oh, you never stand up to Alan. You're
Stand up to
I'm
me.
like, what do I have to stand
Yeah,
up for?
you never stand up to him. You know
like,
when
how much adversary is in your guys' life? Like I don't.
You know when I
I don't
beat you
argue with
daily about
people
the head,
much.
neck, and chest? They don't
Yeah.
want you to.
Not anymore.
That's right. Stood
Stand
up to
up.
him. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's my big revelation of the day. I had some tears this morning thinking about my dad, and then,
Yeah.
one thing after another, and this past weekend getting that news from my friend, and I was just like, that's what it is. I'm fueled by, what is I told you so? Is it spite? Is it,
Yeah, it's kind of spite.
there's an R word.
No, you can't say that one. We already went over that. It's
Retribution?
Just say
No, it's not
spaz.
retribution.
retribution? No, 'cause that's when you're
That's like
wrong.
revenge. That's I told you
I
so.
want
I don't
to
even think
prove people wrong.
I told you so. I don't even think of as spite.
That's what I'm saying. It's something, I don't know what the word is. I want to show you what I'm capable of, but I can't do that if you believe in me. Is that a super messed up
Well,
sentence?
no, I understand fully what you're saying. I mean,
yeah.
I'm somebody who, for the most part, my resistance was always from myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
My parents were pretty supportive. They've never quite understood what I do, but they were like, "You're making a really good living at it, so God bless." And it's not like friends that I had understood what I was doing, so it was kind of like, but everybody was fine with it. I didn't have people saying, you suck and you're never going to do it. My thing was, I want to exceed what people, first of all, who has any opinions whatsoever about what your success level is going to be? Like, why would someone else go, no, I don't think you're going to do it? Okay.
I mean, there's
Why
a
do
large...
I care what you, I don't, I would never tell another person, I don't think you're going to do that. Because they would be like, what the hell do I care what you think?
Right.
Who are you?
Maybe there's someone
you
like
don't know
me.
anything about what I do.
Maybe there's someone like me who needs to hear that, to be like, well, watch me do it now. Like, if it were up to me, I would not run a mile right now. But if you told me there is a 0% chance that you could run an 8-minute mile, I would go downstairs without stretching and run a mile in 7:59.
Right, but that
Just to prove
has
you're wrong.
that
You have a
literally
sprained ankle.
that
Oh, that's
literally
sprained ankle.
but that example literally has a finish line. What you're talking about
Yeah, there's no
is
definitive moment.
yeah, you
I
just
guess
keep
that's true,
going
too.
and you're like, well, last thing you want to be in, because I would imagine there's diminishing returns on that. If you get to a point where you feel like you have quote unquote made it, which I don't think is ever really a thing.
Yeah.
You're still going to have people who are like, ugh. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
And the one thing that
You're not going to need that fuel anymore. You're going to want to stand up and put your hands in your hips and go, see? And they're going to go, nope.
for
Like
all
that
you
we
Mary
thought.
haters, the one thing that she'd really hate for you to do
Oh, God,
is
here we go.
go and pre-order my new album.
Oh. Mary, are you going to stand up to Bill
I am.
and
I'm gonna
his,
stand up to this.
yeah.
Why you bugging?
All right, well,
I bet
anyway.
you won't pre-order my album, Mary. You can't do it. You don't have
don't
enough
do that.
money.
Don't do that. I'll order 20.
Yeah.
I bet you can't order 50.
And run a mile.
Mary's just making email accounts all night.